So, for the next 6 weeks, we don't have any UFC going on. We just had some more fights announced by Dana White on the last card and during the week. And I, King of MMA, will be briefly going over some of the fights, even some main card fights and even preliminary fights on all these cards. So, yeah, let's get to it. And we'll start on UFC 324, some of the new fights on that. I briefly discussed some of the fights on this card, but the new ones are, example, Ricky Docios versus Cameron Smotherman. That's just some bantamweight fight. Ricky Docios, I'm pretty sure, on a 2-fight losing streak. And Cameron Smotherman, I'm pretty sure, just got his first win. He might be 1-1. Yeah, that's what it is. I thought Josh Hokert would definitely fight. He's fighting sooner than I thought. He just knocked out Max Jimenez, while Denzel Freeman just got knocked out by Brendo Pericic. Kind of makes sense, but also doesn't. But yeah, I would like to see Hokert fight like someone that was 1-0 as well. That would have made a little bit more sense. Anyway, Rose Namajunas. This fight was originally her versus Alexa Grasso. Obviously, Alexa Grasso has gotten hurt. Natalia Silva was originally the number one contender for Valentina Shevchenko after Zhang, but it looks like she's taking another fight. So that's interesting. It makes it, yeah. I'll say more when the card's coming up. My GOAT, Charles Johnson, will be getting another win. We will be getting another win against Alex Perez, and we will be calling out the top 10 of the division. We will be calling out Josh Van and knocking him out again. So, yeah, I love Charles Johnson. Even though I hated him, now I love him. It's love-hate relationship. But yeah, very, very quick turnaround for Perez. And Nikita Krylov, he's been knocked out brutally twice. Modestas Bukauskas, he's finally getting his shot into the rankings. Out of all these newer fights, Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. This will be for a shot into the top 15, whoever wins. They're both on really good win streaks. Michael Johnson's last win was Zella Huber, and Hernandez was not Chase Hooper. I forget. It was someone. I forget. This is a good fight. This is to get them into the lightweight rankings after their fight. And finally, I think I briefly chatted on this, but yeah, those are the new fights on 324. We will be going to 325. Yep, Volkanovski and Lopez do. We'll start from the bottom. So, like I said, I'll basically just briefly go over these. These are all the like grayish ones are road to UFC finales. Aaron Tao, he's a very impressive guy. I haven't watched Namasari Batabaya, Silan Grangbro, and Lawrence Louis. I haven't watched them. I've watched them all fight. It was pretty good. But I'll talk more about it when the card comes more around. So yeah, but look out for Aaron Tao. He loves to bring it every time. And yeah, this is interesting. Jacob Malkoon is fighting. Of course, when I make the video of a good Sydney card, he comes around and fights. But I do like that we're getting two smudge grapplers. Probably going to get in a friggin' pub brawl. But yeah, makes sense. Kichiro Nakamura, he's really good. I've seen him on the regional scene. I think he's been in Ryzen a few times, if I'm not wrong. And Sebastian Salazar got a nasty knockout in the last fight. That'll be good. Dong Ma Fan, he was real impressive in his last fight. So was Sang Kim. Cam roast him. I know, I did hear he was fighting. I really was hoping he'd fight like a Roman Kopylov. I don't know why they're giving him Cody Brundage, but yeah, I guess it's a good fight. And like I said on the Australian, not dream card, but like I made it kind of a dream card. This was confirmed: Jimmy Crute versus Dustin Jacoby, grappler versus striker. So that's good. Quaylen Sal killed, man. The minority killer himself getting wrong Zhu. What I say to the cops every time they ask me what I am, you've got the wrong Zhu. Anyway, I forgot to put Jonathan McAuliffe on, and I was literally, I would have got this one right because I was like, Obar and Elliott makes a lot of sense. They're kind of a very similar style. So yeah, Jonathan McAuliffe's a good. This is a good test for Jonathan McAuliffe. Junior Tafa. Let's hope he doesn't pull out this time. Makes a lot of sense against Billy Alicana, but I just see him taking him down and yeah, just choking him out. And Taito Vasa versus Taliesin Teixeira. Fuck. This is a bad fight for Ty. I was actually really hoping Mick Parkin. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. Really, that's what you're supposed to give him. Karnoffley and Yeezer. Don't know Yeezer. I know Karnoffley, but not Yeezer. And obviously, this is a banger. Rafael Fiziev and Mauricio Rufy. Two banger lightweights. I should have talked. I'll talk more about like I didn't really have much to say about Taito Vasa versus Taliesin Teixeira. Taito Vasa is on a 5-fight losing streak, and Taliesin Teixeira lost to Derek Lewis in controversial fashion. So yeah, like I said, this wasn't really a video. I was I wasn't going super detailed on each fighter. Like I said, a lot of these guys aren't ranked, or they're like 1 or 2 fights into the UFC. But yeah, like I said, I'll talk more about these fighters. Rafael Fiziev, I thought he was getting Charles Oliveira, but I do like this matchup for him and for Mauricio Rufy. He should be getting an unranked opponent. I don't care. You shouldn't get your ranking off Bobby Green, lose to Benoit Saint Denis, then getting another ranked opponent. Just makes no sense. It's a similar spot too. Like, it's only one spot off. Like, look up here, it's 8, 9. But yeah, this will be a good match. Be a good striking battle. So that'll be fun. And Dan Hooker, another one, making a really quick turnaround against Benoit Saint Denis. A lot of people have really counted out Dan Hooker after the Armand fight, which Benoit ain't the same killer as Armand, sorry. So yeah, I don't know where this recency bias has come from. So yeah, those are the new fights that have been announced. On for 325. On to the next one. We've got UFC Fight Night Batista versus Oliveira. This is going down February 8th. So this is just after the Volk card. So these are the fights that have been announced on the card. Uran Sidabayev versus Julius Walker. Julius Walker's the worst light heavyweight in the UFC. And Uran Sidabayev got a nasty knockout in his last fight, so I don't even have to say who I'm choosing. These are 2 layups, I reckon. These 2 are getting 2 layups. Ryan Spann, he's named heavyweight. It's light heavyweight. From Rizvan Kuniev versus number 5 Curtis Blades to fighting unranked Ryan Spann is crazy. But I guess whoever wins gets to fight in the rankings, which is weird, but yeah, right. Because Rizvan Kuniev could have won that fight. It was literally by B's dick. So yeah, I don't know. I think Rizvan Cunha pieces up Ryan Spann, but Ryan Spann does have those nasty like one punch knockout power. So yeah, you never know. And Michael Olajaychik, I don't rate the Olajaychik brothers. We saw it last weekend. He had to smudge Cesar Almeida to not get knocked out. And Marc-Andre Barrial, he's in very middleweight, you know what I mean? But it makes a lot of sense. This is a good fight made by the UFC, hands down. And I really like this co-main event. That's a fucking awesome co-main. Like, Amir just got pieced up by Moreno. And for Horiguchi, this gets him like up in the rankings a bit more, and he'd be one more fight off a title shot if he wins against Amir Albazi, and he fucking tore it apart to Ulanbekov. So yeah, this is a good fight, and for Amir Albazi, he gets to fight a legend in Kyoji Horiguchi. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But Amir hasn't shown anything in his last few fights. So yeah, this will be interesting. Talk about it when it comes up. And for Mario Bautista and Vinicius Oliveira, this is a really interesting fight because sometimes Vinicius Oliveira doesn't like put out enough output. And Mario Bautista puts out a lot of output, so it's very interesting. This is a good matchup from the UFC once again. I think Batista's like, I don't know. This is good matchmaking by the UFC. Makes a lot of sense for Batista. He lost his last fight to Umar, even though he was getting some moments in that fight. So yeah. And for Vinicius, I think he got a decision over, I forget who, but yeah, it's a good fight. This is a good fight night. I think maybe, it's neck and neck. You could switch these two fights. I wouldn't be mad. Or even have a bit of a stronger fight night. Otherwise, it's pretty good. So yeah, it's alright. And for the next fight night, Strickland versus Hernandez, I don't know how many people they've now. Yeah, so Odi Osborne versus, don't know who this guy is. Gonna be completely honest. Ode lost to Steve Erceg in a pretty close fight. So yeah, I'd have to watch some tape on the Albi Adrius. But yeah, and this is a real good fight. This is probably the number one contender. Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. This is a hard fight. I mean, Anthony Hernandez has been on an 8-fight win streak, while Sean lost his last two to Driscus. But, it's weird because he could beat the brakes off Hernandez and then put him back into a title shot. This is a real hard fight to choose. This is a great matchmaking by the UFC. Sean didn't want to come to Australia because he's apparently sick of the tax, but the tax doesn't... Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. But that's a very interesting... It's a very good matchup. Like, is Sean going to be able to, not get taken down by Anthony Hernandez? I don't know who's taken Sean down yet. I actually don't think I've seen Sean getting taken down, so yeah. This could be an interesting fight. I guess Driscus did it. But, yeah. Anyway. Not many, there's 2 fights. But, yeah, it's alright. And for the next one, Moreno versus Almabayev. Moreno straight back into it. Almabayev just beat Perez, and Moreno lost to Tatsuro Taira. I'm assuming, yeah. This is the only fight that's been announced for this fight night. This is in March 1st. So it's a Mexican card. It makes sense. We're getting a lot of flyweight co-mains and main events. Oh yeah, I'm not mad. I think the flyweight division is one of the best divisions in the UFC at the moment. This is a good fight made by the UFC. I could honestly see maybe like depends. I'm just trying to think for Mexicans. Anyway, Brendan Moreno, he's a strike, like he's a good all rounder, and so is Asu Emabayev. So this should be a pretty close fight. So this will be fun, and I think if I'm not wrong, this could be the last fight that's been announced. Yeah, last fight that's been announced for UFC 326, which is March 8th. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF title. Like, if you were to tell me just after the Topuria loss for Charles Oliveira, I would have said Max cleans the floor with him. But after the Matus Gamrot fight, man, I actually don't know. This is a really hard fight to choose. It's actually super, super hard to choose. I don't know who's gonna win this fight. And yeah, man, like this could be like this is a real hard. This isn't. It's weird because this ain't the title. Because Max Holloway could realistically be in a title contention fight because he knocked out Justin Gaethje. If he beats Charles Oliveira, he beats the former lightweight champ, and he's on a 3-fight win streak over Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, and Charles Oliveira, the three best in the division. But we know we're not getting that. And if Charles takes the fight off Max, you could nearly make an argument for Charles is 1 or 2 fights off the title. So it's kind of hard to... lightweight's in a real weird spot at the moment because of Ilya and the divorce. But yeah, anyway. Look. So this is my reaction to all the new fights that have just been announced during the 6-week break. I'll be making more videos, as I said. I think there'll obviously be more fights announced. I decided, I'll make a quick video for all the fights that were announced. Yeah, and I'll probably be doing Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. What's his name? Anthony Joshua and Andrew Tate versus that other guy. I don't even know. That's how bad my memory is. But yeah, listen, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'd always appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye.